How's everyone doing today? This is Adam with Commander on a Budget. Today is our second episode of Tribes on a Budget. I was requested to try and tackle dragons and see how cheap we can make them, because dragons are notorious for being very expensive. So I'm going to try and tackle them today, try and give y'all some budget suggestions if you want to take that route. I'm going to give y'all a quick disclaimer though. I am making this in the middle of Commander's Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate preview season, so there might be more dragons that you can add that'll be cheap, but just consider that when you're trying to make a budget dragon deck, especially if you're interested in any of these cards. That being said, let's hop on into it. So as you can see, the dragon behind me is probably your best route for a cheap 5-color dragon. You can obviously run a whole bunch of other commanders, but I feel like this is probably your most versatile one that is actually a dragon. Looking for cards for this deck, I wanted to make sure that we had enough dragon synergies to help our dragons on a budget. So we have cards like Orb of Dragonkind, Dragon Master Outcast, which doesn't necessarily help dragons, but it makes dragon creatures. Minion of the Mighty can help you cheat dragons into play. Dragon's Horde is pretty much a mana rod that can store a bunch of mana, and it can help you draw cards. And Dragon Speaker Shaman, along with Dragon Lord Servant, are fantastic ways for you to reduce the cost of your dragons so you can cast them for even cheaper. Now, there's an abundance of dragons in a bunch of different colors. Karathis, Tyrant of Jund, is a very classic Jund-based commander for dragons. With the support of green dragons, you can definitely make an Atarka Worldrender dragon deck. The same thing can be said with Kolaghan's Storm's Fury, because we're getting even more black dragons as we speak. We've also been seeing some support for blue with dragons, so Limmerith Desert's Doom is an option if you want to go the mono blue route with it. That being said, I'm now going to hop into some of my favorite budget dragons. So I personally love Dragon Mage, because whenever it connects, you get to wheel. Arcqueen Dragon lets you pretty much return it back to your hand so you can keep casting it for cheap, and you get to get benefits whenever you cast a dragon through other effects that you'll have in your deck. Hellkite Igniter can be a win condition depending on the amount of artifacts you have. Skyline Despot gives you the Monarch, and it helps you make dragons as long as you retain the monarchy. An absolute classic for any dragon deck, plus this can go into any dragon deck. Steel Hellkite. This card is pretty much a board wipe on a stick. It's really great for dragons. Although probably my personal favorite dragon is Terror Mount Velis. This card by itself, depending on your board state, can absolutely close out games, not just in dragon decks, but in a bunch of other different decks. It's honestly one of my favorite cards. Some other generic support we have Scourge of Valkis, where it deals damage equal to the amount of dragons you have. And Spawn of Thraxus can deal damage equal to the amount of mountains you have. So if you go the mono red route, the Spawn of Thraxus is absolutely fantastic. You have Thathless Dragon Queen. This gives you dragons whenever you cast dragons. And Hellkite Corsa can help you cheat commander attacks on your dragons. That's the video. Let me know what y'all think. All the cards I mentioned are less than $5. Let me know what y'all want to see next. I'll see y'all later.